Hey, Stay.
That
Welcome
out to be a
to
little bit better, I
STAYtalk.
think.
That's all right. Welcome to STAYtalk. I am your host, JC, and beside me is...
This is Chrysalis, who is making sure that YouTube is actually 18 and up, because we can do that here.
Yes.
And hold on a second. I'm just making sure it actually does the thing. Updating videos. Come on, update. Let's go. Why is it taking so long today? There we go. All right. We are good to go now.
Went slow today. All computers.
It is.
It's slow today.
Okay, so it's not just me. I don't feel so bad.
No.
But yeah, no, that we are now good to go. I've got to work on that fade out on the intro a little bit more though, because it's way too abrupt. But that's okay. We're still tweaking things. It's a work in progress.
Yes, it is.
It's a work in progress. So, how's everybody week's?
How's everybody week's going? Besides the inundation of all things Stray Kids that we've had privy to us this week.
And as a Chan alt today is just sort of like overwhelming and whatnot.
Did your dog turn off the thing again?
No, the young one did. I need to turn the volume down. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm so not prepared. It's okay. It happens.
It's all right. It's Friday.
And we're good. Okay, we should be okay now. Yeah, it's Friday. Thank God.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so it's been a week and it's been a day and I am overtly flustered and I'm kind of glad that Chan's birthday is not completely done yet, but I doubt we're
here.
gonna see him.
It's done in Korea. It's not done here yet.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see him again until, at least until tomorrow at this point.
Well, I mean, if you're up at 11 o'clock tonight, which
maybe.
As how tired I am, I don't know if I will be, but I am subscribed on what
I will be because I will be supporting others on their lives later on who,
Oh, all right. Is that what time she goes live?
Usually, yeah. It's usually later at night.
Oh, okay. Well, Lino and Seungmin or Lino and Han are live. No, Lino and Seungmin.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's technically
it's tonight at 11 o'clock. That's what it says in my thing. Hold on, let me double check.
I know, double check Twitter now. That Twitter. Please excuse Chrysalis this evening. Her exe file is not functioning properly, and she's unable to reboot.
It says live event October 3rd at 11 p.m. 11 to 11:30.
Okay, so I'll be watching that.
Fox, Puppy, and Rabbit.
I will be watching that, and then I will be watching the others, unless she goes earlier and then turns it off. Anyway. Yeah. But I have other people I'm going to be supporting this evening because I try to support as much as possible.
Yeah.
For that. But tonight's dish of the day, because we're going to do our next live on Wednesday, was definitely PPX. Yeah. So the presidential something cultural exchange.
It's the Presidential Korean Cultural Exchange Commission.
I believe. Anyway, JYP
said it's called PPX. So good.
PPX. Okay, so thank God it's a shortened version of it because that's a really long name. So So and yes, hi everybody who's joining us. PPX happened. It was absolutely gorgeous. In my opinion. I mean, granted, I do not know a ton about Korean culture. I would not ever think to be, but from somebody who doesn't know a ton about Korean culture, watching that, I'm like, okay, I've got a slightly better idea. And obviously Stray Kids have put aspects of Korean culture into previous performances and whatnot, between either utilizing instruments, themes, backgrounds, whatnot. You see it on a regular basis from them.
Well, that's why they chose Thunderous and God's Menu to showcase, because if you listen to it, there's an instrument in particular that if you listen to the background, the arrangement was different, utilizing those sounds. And the Korean dragon, tiger dancer dragon.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. And the
lion.
They're called.
They're lions.
Right. No,
K-Tigers.
It's the K-Tigers. Was the right.
Yeah, K-Tigers was the dance troupe, the martial arts dance troupe.
Yes.
And then the actual those are lions. People we tend to call them dragons all the time over here on the West, but they're actually not dragons. They're lions. So
yeah.
And that's true in both. Apparently, that's true in both Korean and Japanese culture. So and Chinese culture. So it was gorgeous. The bit that Han and Lino and Seungmin did.
The scarf
Just
dance, yeah.
Yes, just I mean, I know everybody online was saying that traditionally those are dances that are done by women, so it was really kind of cool that they sort of took the gender norms and switched them a little bit for that purpose. You can read into that however you want to read into that, because obviously for knowing Stray Kids, they did it for a reason. Now, what that actual reason was,
could be they just I mean, it could be twofold. It could be they just wanted to honor it, and they knew they don't use female dancers.
No, true. So
they didn't have female dancers on the stage either. They had the K Tigers that kind of acted as their background. So
as the step kids this time around, as it were. So so there's that aspect to it, but it was beautiful. It was just, I mean, and again, it's Lino, so it's Lino and it's Seungmin and it's Han, and it's there's I don't think you can, but especially Lino, like man becoming a wreck me, that man becoming a wreck me, which is I'm glad, because thankfully it's not Ian anymore. It's I ain't kept trying, but it's been
no. I said to Meg online, she was talking about Lino, and I said that man dyed his hair and started to feel a certain way, and he's just he went out there and he just performed and like shined. And
oh my god! But you know what? Okay, there's an aspect to that too that I think very few people have, because a lot of people were commenting on how aggressive Lino and Chris, but especially Lino, was dancing during PPX.
But I think it was pride. It was pride,
that, and you're a dancer. You know how that, this is
when you know there's somebody in the audience that you're trying to do, you bring up your game to match that energy, and that's exactly. I don't even necessarily think it was somebody in the audience. I think it was simply that they were asked to do this. Right. No. I mean the president. They were asked as for their country. That's what I mean by in the audience. I'm saying that because to be asked to be performed by the president. Do you know what I mean? And to be performing this for
your audio and video are going off at
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, your audio and video are like, your video starts moving fast, but your audio is lagging, and it's just like, where it at?
I don't know. You were lagging before.
I don't know if anybody else is seeing it.
Me or you?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, but a lot of people aren't talking about that aspect of it. That it's like, yes, I'm sure every single one of them were absolutely proud to be there and performing with this. I think with Lino, that came out most definitely during his dance. Like that was just, you were seeing that national pride. You were seeing that cultural pride just kind of escaping.
Yep.
As it were. I mean, and you saw somebody else pointed out too that they wondered if Australia was going to cover Chan and Felix again, because here you have, yes, they're Korean descent, they're Korean by culture, but here you have two kids from Australia that are part of this group. One of them created it essentially, that was asked to do this.
Right.
And I'll be curious to kind of see if anything even comes to that.
I mean, I know they covered.
Okay, I'm glitching. All right, it's glitching.
Yeah, I was going to say thank you. I was like, wait a second, I can see you're glitching on my end, but I seem to be.
Yeah, I was just like you're glitching, but I'm not, and so it's like, which computer is doing it? But if it's me glitching, then I'm sorry. It's just obviously
it's okay. No, what I to like a couple of the headlines was the Felix's vow to the president in the middle of the performance. Like that's something that I keep seeing come up.
Which, mind you, Felix doesn't 90-degree bow. He doesn't do it anywhere. Like that is because of his back. It's difficult to do, and especially when you're dancing and everything else. Like
so, the fact that he did that was like definitely very But I mean, and also impressive was getting off a plane and then going there and going and doing rehearsal and then performing and still looking put together and speaking with coherency.
Which means he probably slept a good amount on the plane.
I would think so. If I was Felix in that situation, I'm popping the sleeping pill. I'm sleeping the 14 hours, and I'm getting up a little groggy, and then I'm gonna go try to perform my ass off. And that's exactly what he did, I think.
Can we touch on the fact that man had to repost his Instagram? Because
I'm not saying anything, because I did my post and it got 758 likes and how many reshares, and I was bitched about, how do you know Felix? That's just implying. And I'm like, listen to me, like it doesn't, and somebody said it for me, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out that maybe somebody told him to remove that and then repost, and it shouldn't be a big deal.
Or maybe just because there were so many comments on the first one that were negative, he was like, whoa, wait, what did I do?
Right.
And then kind of,
but probably most likely, but regardless,
the fact, okay, we've discussed it before. When these guys go out to do schedules for their ambassadorships are the ones that are responsible for their travel to and from.
Yeah.
Their response. That's why they get different security. That's why it's, you've got one going and go. So Rekka, what happened? I will touch on it, and JC will behave, because
I'll interject. It's just yeah.
So Felix had posted up on his Instagram about how basically thanking Nicola and Louis Vuitton to essentially lending him a private jet so that he could get to and from the LV show and still make it for PPX. Because obviously he was committed to Louis Vuitton. PPX came up kind of last minute, because it was literally like,
it was only like a couple of weeks ahead,
if even that. And we know the fashion shows are planned well in advance. So obviously, again, context clues being what they are, he was committed to LV. PPX came up. They were committed to doing PPX. They're obviously not going to want to do PPX minus a member, because this is cultural pride. This is
a bigger thing than people are.
This is the inauguration, basically taking Hallyu and expanding it. Like, this isn't just Korean wave stuff. This is, honest to God, this is a commission set up to expand Korean culture internationally. So yeah, they're not going to be like, oh, well, we'll do the show, but we're missing somebody.
Right.
So Louis Vuitton and Nicola, being Louis Vuitton and Nicola, and Felix being Nicola's muse, figured out a way to get him to and from without having, exactly, who cares? But they figured out a way to get him to and from without missing LV and without missing PPX, with a 14-hour flight and a 7-hour delay.
Right.
Like a 7-hour time difference change. Somehow managed to figure it out. So Felix being Felix, thanked Louis Vuitton and Nicola on Instagram. And, was mentioning the private jet and whatnot. And then he got a lot of shit for it, basically. And so he redid the post and took out the mention of the private jet and just thanked Nicola and LV for being so accommodating, essentially. And hey, Val, how you doing? And it was stupid. Like, I mean, okay. That was probably an LV jet, a company LV jet, I would imagine. Either that or they rented one. Doesn't really matter. Again, none of our business. Right. Hannah, that's if you're talking about the live that is supposed to be the three of them for the whatever it is, it's 11 p.m. Eastern. So we will be off long before then. You won't miss it.
Yeah.
But like, come on, people.
So to speak I made a comment about it. I said, I'm going to say this with my whole chest. Anybody who makes Felix feel bad that he got on a private jet when he was asked to perform with the guys in Korea, which is a 14-hour flight after being at the fashion show, is obnoxious and doesn't deserve to be a fan. Yeah. Like, I just went off. I said, it's asinine that you're going to get on his case for, and people are like, well, what happened? And then I said, there was a bunch of comments. And then somebody decided to come after me and say, well, how do you know? It could have been just they asked him to take it down. I said, I don't think they asked him to take it down. They're the ones that got it for him. Who cares?
And regardless,
people give shit to Taylor Swift all the time because she has a private jet.
Here's the thing.
You know what I mean? It's like, come on. They should pay for more. I'm sorry. It'd be easier for them to travel.
even if Louis Vuitton asked to take it down, the only reason why Louis Vuitton would have asked him to take it down is because of the negative comments he was receiving.
Right.
If he wasn't getting negative pushback from it, nobody would have cared, and it would have stayed the way it was.
Right.
It was because he was getting negative pushback.
Oh, absolutely.
Who instigated it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Right.
Ultimately, Stay instigated it. Little S Stay instigated it because they got upset.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a buddy helping a buddy.
Right, exactly.
Like, and obviously Nicola and LV understood the importance of PPX.
Absolutely.
And understood the, hey, because like I said before, it wouldn't have surprised me if Nicola would have been like, nope, I get it, totally understand, go do your thing.
Right.
Because he just seems like that type of sort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, there was that. And now let's get into the other somewhat controversy. It's not nearly as bad as a controversy, but Chan with a sword. My favorite thing in the world. My two worlds coming together. No, I'm not going to say cats and dogs, raining cats and dogs. No, my two worlds coming together. I woke up that morning to Chan wielding a sword, and damn.
Yeah, no, he did an excellent job. I was very proud of her. And I told him so too on Bubble. I don't think he saw it, but I told him so. I was like, you know what? As somebody who's been on stage with a sword and a rapier or a dagger and fought and had to do a couple things, I was very proud of you.
As someone who has been hit in the face with a backsword and busted my face open, Ninja Chan, he wasn't really a ninja. It wasn't really ninja, but I guess because technically Sriracha fans are ninjas, you could go that way. But so I had to look up the Korean term for it, because obviously there is the first controversy with this was everybody talking about how the guys were wearing kimono, and that wasn't kimono.
No, it's hanbok.
It's hanbok.
Yeah.
And so
beautiful hanbok by a maker who has made their costumes for the show, the gray outfits, the black outfits for the Inca Go, the one with the blue where they all So
and I loved the fact that Chan's details mirrored Thunderous, without being inappropriate. Obviously he's in front of national whatever, so we're not going to have Chan running around shirtless.
Yeah.
But so it mirrored that, which was really, really very cool. The little nods and whatnot to kind of the different eras of Stray Kids, and each of their costuming was very well done.
Yeah.
But so there was that. So I being me and not wanting to make the same faux pas, went up and looked to see what the Korean equivalent to a kata is. So if anybody has been in martial arts, you know that a lot of times in a lot of the disciplines, you use a kata in order to learn your movements. And it looks like a dance. If you're not familiar with it, it's usually what you see at exhibitions and whatnot. When you see a martial arts exhibition, you're usually watching a long form kata. And with Korean, it's either a pumse or a tul. And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing either of those correctly. So if my Korean is bad, I apologize. But it's one of those. And that's essentially what he was doing. So I wake up that morning and I see him doing that. Now, granted, I'm going to put on my overly critical years of stage combat hat here for a minute. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. His ankles were breaking. His stance was a little here and there. There are things I could pick apart and critique about it. I'm pretty sure his ankles. What I mean by breaking is there were a few times, if you notice, he went on the edge of his foot when he wasn't really in a lunge. So that's more, I think, due to his hypermobility than technique. And granted, he probably only had a couple of weeks to learn it, if that. So they're very minor, very, very minor critiques for perfecting it. But even then, I can't fully perfect it because I don't know that style of martial arts. I just know basics. But for someone who does not have martial arts training, because unlike Changbin, Felix, and Lino, Chan has never discussed, mentioned, or has there been any indication that Chan ever did martial arts. Dance, yes, but not martial arts.
Right.
And he did extremely well. I thought it was a superb for somebody that is a beginner, for someone that has not ever touched a sword, actually for a martial arts anything. He did very well. And yes, somebody also mentioned that he was probably feeling his Genshin moment when he walked out on stage. I don't think it was when he walked out on stage. I think it was during rehearsal. Just because you could see the look on his face, even though it was dark, you could see that, like, I need to get this right. I need to get this right. Like, it was that intensity of, I need to get this right.
Yeah.
And so there was that. And then somebody else had mentioned about how the sword bounced. I'm like, it didn't bounce. He tossed it. Which I've got to wonder if there was something else in there choreography wise that they took out.
It was it did it hit, and then he caught it with the other hand.
Nope, he tossed it.
I
watched it from 3 different angles.
I don't know if he tossed it in the air, but it looked like it fell at his side. So whether it bounced or he caught it from on the side, it could be perception, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because there's been 3 different angles of it that I've seen, and he just tosses it from one hand to the other. Which, I mean, still looks cool. But I have to wonder if there was something else choreography wise in there that may have been a little bit more that they took out, because whenever a weapon leaves your hand, you run the risk. You run the risk of it not doing what you want it to do. So that's why bouncing it's not good. That wouldn't happen, because you can't predict where it's got. Number one, swords don't bounce well anyway, but when they do, it's never gonna bounce the same way.
No,
twice. It's just not gonna happen. Because there's plenty of fights that I've done where I've done stupid little things like, change my handing during a fight, and you do it very carefully, and for very specific reasons. And there was one fight I did where I literally flipped it, like I tossed it and flipped it because it looked cool. But I was told I should take it out because there was no guarantee I was going to be able to catch it every single time. I did, but there's no guarantee, so you run the risk of that happening. It was a great performance, in my opinion, especially for somebody that doesn't have.
Beautiful performance. And everybody's like, well, the mics were on. Well, of course the mics were on. The mics are always on. Yeah. Sometimes there is a backing track that's to be there on purpose, because like by the time ceremony came around, like even Hunjin didn't sing some of the parts because he was just doing the dance parts, because it was that, when you perform that long, you can do that at that point. But yeah, no, it was an excellent performance. I mean, I was very proud of them. I got a little choked up. I was like, this is definitely, showing.
Yeah. The amount of
showing what they can bring. Yeah.
For that.
So and your next topic.
Hold on. Because then there was also the wrappings on the fingers. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put this out there because not everybody is on my threads, because I basically went through and explained this. So when you are handling a sword, your hands sweat. It's just, it doesn't matter how long the choreography is, your hands are going to sweat. That's why 98% of the time, if you ever see somebody handling a weapon, especially a blade, they're going to be wearing gloves, because the gloves create that barrier between the sweaty hand and the grip on the handle. It's not a hilt. The whole thing is a hilt, but where you actually grab is the handle or the grip.
Grip, right.
However, there are certain circumstances when you can't wear gloves, like a performance like this. So what do? You tape up your fingers at the pressure points, because that way, regardless of what happens, you still have. Yes, Valkyrie. He did say he got some scratches, which, I mean, you saw the little Pikachu Band-Aid on his thumb at Fendi. He probably did that, but I don't know if it's necessarily, and again, it's Chris, so who knows how he necessarily meant this. I don't know if it was actually scratches or if it was more like blisters, because that's something else that can. The sword, that's something else that can develop. And Chris, there was one of the recent talkers where Chris was actually kind of reprimanding Changbin for having calluses and not wearing protective gloves while he's lifting. Right. So that tells me Changbin's got some calluses developed. Chris doesn't, because Chris is wearing protective gloves when he lifts. And granted, where you lift is going to be different than where you hold the sword, believe it or not. So it's probably a comment. So I put it out there to everybody so that everybody knows it's those little wrappings on there are probably not like scratches like you would think. He didn't get hurt. He said himself he didn't get hurt. Like, the man didn't get a concussion. He didn't get slashed open. He wouldn't have. It would have been blunted anyway. Yes, it was a real sword. No, it wasn't that heavy. Yes, heavy, but not that. It was maybe 1 to 2 pounds, because that's what those swords typically are. But the wrappings on his fingers are, generally speaking, going to be more either to protect from either calluses or welts or blisters that had already formed or were forming, or to give him some traction on the handle so that he wouldn't go flying with sweat. Because we also know those boys sweat.
Yes.
So, so there's that. So people just calm down. He's fine. I can guarantee you, I have taken far more damage from a weapon than that man did. Just in the course of my lifetime. And even in the course of one fight, because literally I did a fight where I got bashed open in the mouth and then my fight partner landed on my head. So he's fine. He didn't get hurt. He's good. Calm down. Anyway, I'm done.
All right, so you could go on your other topic then, having to do with this, with the culture, the PPS.
Yes. So the other thing that came up, almost immediately after that, I started seeing stuff from people mentioning that they were hoping that because of how good of a performance how good the performance was, and because they were asked to do this performance in the first place, that just maybe the guys would be exempt from performing military responsibilities.
Service. Yeah.
And are you crazy? I'm just going to ask that out for anybody that's putting that out there or thinks that now, granted, maybe, but here's,
I mean, they did come up. There is a rule or something that came up after BTS.
To delay it.
To delay it to the age of 30. I think it's something.
If you can prove a significant contribution to Korean culture, obviously this is.
Obviously,
right.
So, but so what people seem to forget is this is mandatory, and it has to do with the honor of being able to go, because there's a lot of people when they get exempted for, let's say, a medical purpose or something down the line, they feel really bad, and K-nets tend to get on their case if it's something that's not serious, like people that have cancer, they can't go. So recently there was the actor in Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. I'll give you, for instance, the guy that played the jester in Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, has an exemption because he only has half or a quarter part of his liver because he gave it to his mother. So he doesn't, he gave his mother part of his liver as a liver transplant. So he can't go and perform military service.
Because he did some pretty freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, fantastic. But the wear and tear on your body to be in military and be there for the 2 years, so he's exempt.
Yeah.
But some people feel truly poorly when they can't go, or that if don't go or whatever, it's a big thing. So I don't think that will be the case with the guys. I don't think I think they want to honor, their.
Well, okay. I'm also going to use an example because San recently mentioned something about it as well, where he was like, "Look, don't worry. This is just the way it is." And people don't understand that, and especially over here, because there's so much going on. Which again, we're not going to get into politics over here, but there's just so much going on that one of the things that has kind of been lost over here is that sense of I'm not going to say servitude. That's not the right word.
It's
national service.
National service.
And has really kind of has here, at least in the U.S., has kind of waned. Understandably, not understandably so. I don't care which direction you take with that. But Korea was occupied until World War II. They didn't have their own military, until the 50s.
Right. And then we helped them, I think. Didn't we go over there? And
Well, I mean, you can argue whether we helped them or not. But
right. But supposedly, if you really...
My grandfather served in that war, but...
But even afterwards, I mean, there's U.S. military bases in South Korea that, because I have a friend who served in South Korea.
And so their military is rather new by national military standards. And if you've ever watched videos of the Korean military, they fucking kick ass. But there's it's a matter, y'all know how upset people got with Felix during the whole Independence Day fiasco thing that happened. So can you imagine what the outlook would be if you had the members of Stray Kids being given special privilege to be exempt from mandatory military service because they did a really damn good performance for the cultural exchange?
Yeah.
In addition to that, how would those guys feel that, wait, no, why are we getting special? Can you imagine Lino getting special dispensation, anything?
You're right.
Like, I mean, if you think about it for a second, Changbin, Wajute, do you think any of those guys in any way, shape, or form, if they were told, you know what, you've done a wonderful job, you've sold out stadiums, oh my God, Korea is so big because of you, in part because of you guys, do you think any of those guys would then turn around and say, okay, fine, we'll stay home? And if you do think that, what group have you been paying attention to?
Right.
Seriously.
I like you both, Rika and Valkyrie.
Yeah.
I like what Rekha said. She said they are a prideful country and a pride in serving your military. Absolutely.
Yes. And part of that is because their military is literally only like, what, 50s, 70 years old, if that. Like, it's not.
I mean, they had military, but it wasn't like military like we know it to be military. Like,
yeah, I mean,
way back whack. You know.
Again, I want to equate it back to, again, like, you know, how we were talking on the last one about how the way they treat their celebrities is more like old Hollywood. It's like they're 50 years behind us with stuff like that.
Right.
You know, and it's just that they're, you know, my father's generation, it was an honor to serve.
Yes.
It was not
and
that
they
it was
and they still believe that there. It is an honor to serve.
You know, and that's the thing. And so to be like, well, hopefully they'll get No, I mean, granted, I hope nothing happens to them when they are in the military.
Right.
But I also understand that, you know, these guys are likely not going to sit there and be like, oh, we can get an exemption for this. Yeah, thanks. They're going to be, no, we're probably going to go serve anyway. Like,
yeah,
I love you all. Stayville, you're wonderful. But Jesus, calm down. Just,
well, no, it's just look into it farther. Like look beyond that. You're not going to be able to see them or listen, you know,
the projection.
Or that's
right. The projection of what your wants and desires are.
It's bigger than Stay. It's bigger than them. It's you know, it's bigger.
Yeah, it's exactly right. It's an honor for them, not an obligation.
Right. Let's get out of our bubble and support our guys no matter what.
Yeah, right? I mean, and just again, because it's all it is it's projection. The two things that seem to cause the most issues and problems within Stayville are speculation and projection.
Yep.
At the end of the day, and if we can just take a step back and calm down, you know, and just educate ourselves a little bit more, you know, just anyway, it's been a week.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
It's been a week.
So let's talk about let's shift gears.
Yes.
Let's talk about Genie, because that was not what I was expecting. Do you know there was part of it? There's a harmony in the song. So I'm in the car, take my son to school, get back in. I'm like, all right, he's out of the car. Now I go and I search on my little Spotify and I put the song on.
Not on Apple yet either.
It's not on Apple. Oh, all right. Well, so I have Spotify Premium, so I was like, whatever.
Same, but I've got both. But it's just like
right. So I
want it on both.
I put the song on. I'm listening, and I'm just like, and Felix hits that first stanza, and I'm just like, be still, my Alice in Chains heart. Like all of a sudden, I started listening to it, and there's a harmony in there that totally sounds like old Alice in Chains. I was like, Han, like if you did this was brilliant.
No, the only reason I'm saying no is because I looked up. They performed the song. They did not write the song.
Regardless, I don't care. I mean, it's
still, it doesn't mean when Han got into the recording studio, he didn't make some suggestions with arrangement. But
right.
But yeah, knowing that Han has worn a Ghost shirt, like before and whatnot.
He likes Metallica too, so I'm just saying.
Knowing, hold my hand, like knowing the stuff that Han tends to write, just in general, knowing some of the things that he's alluded to just with things, you know, shirts and stuff that he's worn, knowing how Chris's, because Nirvana is obviously a big influence with Chris and whatnot. And then you've got Felix with the Coldplay and the Imagine Dragons. Granted, that's not metal, but it's definitely rock.
Yeah, but it's esque.
It's
alternative-esque. So
it's adjacent. It's adjacent. Yeah. But
Linkin Park,
Felix's boy.
Yep.
Can we put Felix in a plaid shirt and ripped jeans and combat boots? And just, haven't we done that before? We've done that before, haven't we? But can we put him in that?
No. Can we put him in I want with the band T-shirt and the long hair.
And then have them do like a massively rock / metal heavy.
There's two things. Rock
and the growl,
metal heavy.
And the growl.
Oh, I know. And when he sang too, like when he sang in that tone, I was like, dude, Chris, like, be working on this. But you know what also? I'm sorry. In halftime, I gotta regress. We'll go back to Genie, but in halftime, where Felix does the reggaeton, like that dumshi, da 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 da. I mean, I want a whole song like that too. That, because he can do that too. Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Granted, they didn't. My only beef with that song is that they didn't write it. But
that's all right.
The guitars,
the harmonies,
and the harmonies, and the intertwine of kind of that Middle Eastern.
No, it's that Genie. That's that.
Yeah, just Maharaji type.
Yes. Yeah.
Can we get at least one song like that? Now that we've got In My Head, can we have a little bit? Can we go a little bit further down the hard?
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. Now that we have In My Head,
and I know what you meant.
Hold on. Can we go harder for round 2, please? There. I will leave it Stray Kids appropriate.
No,
Can we go harder for round 2, please?
I was blown away. Like as soon, and I'm like, but you know what though? I think Han, regardless of not writing it, and they must have discussed like singing and everything else. Like, like he is one of Felix's biggest fans when it comes to. That's why I'm sure the talk was Felix is the one to sing "Hold My Hand" for the fan mate. Because even that, like even listening to that, I want that version somewhere, guys. Like, can you guys, can you do that one? Can I have Lino's version of Hallucination, please? Yeah. Can I have Felix's version of Hold My Hand? Can I have Dan's version of So Good? You know what I mean? Like I want
Dan's version of Railway. Can we just have all of it? Can you just
please?
They need to do an album of B-sides. Mm-hmm. But the B-sides need to be the switches, like all of them. Like just Mm-hmm. Chris, if you ever see this, Han, if you ever see this, Changbin, if you ever see Racha, if you ever see this, can we get an album of just like and put Mike and Brush and Baby and all those on it too, and
put the mix from this Karma. Put that mashup. I want that mashup as one thing.
Yes, somewhere. And the mashup. Yes. And then can we just? It could be a double album. Yeah. I mean, it could easily be a double album, and it could be kind of like a retro. No, it shouldn't be a retrospective because it doesn't go far enough back. But just like a B-sides, because like there are so many bands that used to do that, where it was like here's our
all the time. Cure still does it all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
So just
Christopher. We need to know the line distribution for 0801. This is my pod.
You like how I set that up for you?
Yes, I need the line distribution. I need to know that it's you, sir. Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. Please, thank you.
I will keep asking. It'll be like my soda pop moment that only took 3 chances and then they did it. So please, I'm going to ask every single one. I don't know how many times this is, but I'm going to keep asking.
I think this is at least 5.
At least, if not more.
It's fine. We will figure it out. I will try. I will. You know what? This time around, I will find that, and do an official one, and then I will find it, and I will specifically snip it for you to put as a short. Okay.
Christopher 0801, please, sir, can we have the line distribution and know that the last line of the song is indeed you, please, and thank you.
All right. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So. And now when I go back and I get all the clips for social media, I will specifically find that portion of it and I will make it a clip for you just so we can get it out there. There you go.
That's how we'll start we'll market the show. See, it's like,
hi, and by the way, hey, stay, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Let's have a little talk here. A little moment. Shall we?
Let's have a chat.
A little chat.
Far out.
Oh, okay. So now I'm going to jump again. So Genie, we love our rock star Genie guys. God. And so, and of course, now we're all going to watch the K-drama, which is a beautiful thing. Now, Seungmin has an OST that's coming out. Marry something.
Would You Marry Me?
Would You Marry Me? Yeah.
Would You Marry Me is the name of the
song.
We
have that. And of course, Seungmin, the king of OSTs.
Oh my God.
Like, I watched Potato Lab just because I knew Seungmin's song was going to be in it. And it was a cute little K-drama. It wasn't my favorite, but it was
Hello, Leanne. Nice to see you, Leanne.
So what I was going to jump to was...
Hold on a minute. Wait, Leanne, you were doing laundry. Were you trying to summon Chris? Do you have the... Somebody did that on Threads. They're like, here's my attempt at summoning Chris. And they had like a little audio file. And I played it. And it was the Samsung. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's lovely. Sorry, go ahead.
Really cute. No,
Would You Marry Me? Seungmin OST.
Seungmin OST, and then I was going to jump to, you know what I find the cutest thing that's come out, and it's still like making the rounds, is the Lisa Felix combo where nobody's speaking ill of either one of them. There's no rumors. It's not vindictive. Nothing on both sides. Blinks and Stay have been so sweet, and they are like the two besties just chatting it up, with the tea and the whispers and the cute little selfie with the pow. And I mean, it's just, it makes my heart so happy to see that, because it was like, he was sitting in like celebrity row. I mean, he had Anna de Armas to his left. He had Emma Stone to his right, and Lisa was on the right of her. I mean, it's just like, it just, I don't know. That
Sophie Turner was across the way.
Yeah, with Bridget Macron.
Yeah. So which again, Felix's face lighting up seeing Bridget Macron, and like the hi, how you doing? This is the first lady of France who came to him. He didn't go to her. No. She came to him.
Yep. And like, he's seen her at several shows, so it's like by now you know what I mean. Like, she knows.
Yeah, but still, it's like you literally just had a leader of the free world in some way, shape, or form. I mean, granted, it's the wife of, but still, she knows you have the first lady of a country recognizing you, coming up to you and saying hi, and you are treating her like the auntie you haven't seen in a year and a half.
Which I love. Like, that's that's why I say, you want to say that it's all an act and that they're playing a part. Not that man, my friend. He lets his personality shine, and that makes me so proud of him, because I would be the same way. It's like, fuck y'all, this is who I am. If you don't like it, too damn bad.
Exactly. Like, it was just refreshing to see. There have been a lot of really amazing things that have happened this week, and I don't think Stayville fully understands exactly the level of oh my god that has happened this week on the positive aspect of things, which does make me wonder. Which does make me wonder. We still have 3 months left of this year.
Yeah. What's going to happen in that 3 months?
We still have another album drop.
Yep.
Because the Hollow doesn't count for an album drop, because that was a Japanese release.
Right.
We still have another album drop.
Yep. Yes, we do.
What? If Karma is any indication of the maturing progression, let's put it that way, the maturing progression of these men.
I know. Hey, hold that thought. I have to run out for one. So just hold that thought. So vamp with Valkyrie or something. Somebody ask questions. Ask us anything. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Put questions in the chat, and I'll try to answer them. And if not, I will wait till she gets back, and we'll circle back around to them. So, Samsung refrigerator. Should I turn YouTube on it? You can turn YouTube on your refrigerator? Wow. Okay, I feel old.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry, I thought something was the matter, and it wasn't. It's just somebody decided to leave a light on in my hallway and annoy the hell out of me. So I'm good.
Okay, gotcha.
They're fun.
Yay! become a parent. They said it'll be fun. They said.
So yeah. So anyway, so yes, I'm kind of curious because guys, I'm gonna look right at the camera when I say this, guys. A lot of us need to save for things, so you got to prepare us like slowly but surely, so we can afford all these things. Okay, yes, we have adult money. Yes, we want to spend it on you. Mm-hmm. Yes, but we need some, like, give us some time. Like, please don't announce like another tour or something, and then like, because it was November last year, wasn't it? It was right before Christmas.
Yeah, well, because they announced the tour, I think, in October, but November was when they said, okay, tickets go on sale tomorrow.
Right.
And that was right before Thanksgiving.
Don't do that.
No, because some of us right now are unemployed and have no money.
Right.
And refuse to miss a concert.
Right.
And some of us need that. Some of us don't have the means right now to be able to do that. So please hold off on that aspect of things.
Yeah.
Drop another album. That's good. We can do it. But they didn't mention another tour. They mentioned tour.
But they didn't.
But they were
a song today that was going to drop. They didn't mention. I didn't know there was another Skiz code coming. I mean, we knew something would probably come for.
Well, okay. I was going to say, because it's just so we know we're going to get something.
Which we knew we were going to get something. But what I'm saying is, it's like, I think they're trying to surprise us, which is kind of a nice thing, but except for when. Well, I can't read the comments. I was
saying, I'm just happy to be chatting with Nona Stays. Yeah. So.
Yes, I still call myself a Nuna. Crystal is kind of is.
I don't care. Because I am old enough to be an Ajumani, so I do not care. I know Ajuma is considered like, I did some research, and apparently that's considered to be kind of and also very derogatory now, apparently, over. And so Ajumani is fine, Nuna is fine. Just don't call me late for dinner, and I'll be okay. Like
I saw one they were doing like because they were talking about Nuna Stays, and then it was the Thundercats thing. Did you see it? Like it was Nuna and then to our age group it was like Thundercat something. I don't know. It was like some Cougar Thunder. I don't know. It was some kind of funny like play on words with.
Yeah, because I saw something about Thundercats, but what I replied to it had a completely different meaning than what the actual introduction means. And if you are old enough to know what the introduction of Thundercats is, you know what I'm talking about, just in general. But
I have Chitara sneakers, just saying.
You know what?
Chitara sneakers. I got the Puma had a release, and I am a sneakerhead. I'm like the guys. Like I like my sneakers, and so I had to get them. Yeah.
Oh. No, but that's it. But yeah, but they didn't mention another tour.
No, they didn't. You're correct. But that
they did mention a tour, but they were already in
a tour. So hey, take that for what it is.
So I'm in the wrong place. Okay, there we go. I was moving stuff around. So yeah, but I think they gotta hold off on the tour thing until I have money coming back in and I can actually afford to go.
Do I honestly think that they'll do another one so quickly? I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm not missing this one.
No, but I don't know. I mean, it depends. It depends. I mean, maybe they'll do something special. Who knows? I mean, if they did an extended encore, let's say, I'm just speculating. This is and I know we don't like to speculate, but I'm going to say it anyway. So they're doing this thing the 17th and 18th, and they sold it out. Like maybe they could do something where it would be specialty, so it wouldn't be an intense 3 months of touring everywhere in the in the North America and South America and whatever.
I need to hold off doing that till I can afford to get tickets.
Right. I'm just saying. I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows? They could surprise us. They could come up with Stray Kids TV and do broadcasts all the time. Who knows?
Ooh. Yeah, until we see Step Out 2026, we're not going to necessarily know.
Right.
Rekka's husband apparently is the tour predictor, and he's been right so far, and he's predicting one next year.
I don't know if I like your husband, Rekka, or if I just want to be like, but yes, no, I said it, but because I thought they would tour one more time like they did before everything. So hey, Stranger things have happened. Yeah, and that was me freezing that time.
Stranger things have happened, but stranger things cannot happen until I have money.
I know.
I'm just saying, I'm not missing a tour. I made up my mind when I got tickets for Dominate that moving forward, I will not miss a tour.
Nope.
And then of course I got laid off and I've been unemployed for 3 months. So yeah, but I'm not missing it somehow. Granted, I think that Jesse always finds a way. So do I.
That's right.
So anyway, yeah, but we still have 3 months, 2.5, we're only in the first week of October. We still have 3 months left of the year of figuring out what's going to happen. Though I am going to be curious to see how the Chuseok. Did you see the comparisons that it was Han's predictions?
Yes.
Obviously, they probably modified Ayan a little bit just to, because they aren't good. Well, actually, I shouldn't say they won't make Ayan a princess because they've made him Ayan before. But, I thought that was funny. It's like, oh, great. Somebody heard Han say that and went, wait a minute, this is going to be a good idea. I still want them to play D&D.
I think that would be a good one.
I think it would be hilarious.
Yes, I do too.
Do like a Critical Role style, all 8 of them sitting around. Somebody else has to DM it, though, because if one of them tries to DM it, it ain't going to happen. So somebody else has to DM it for them, and they have to be the ones that actually do it. But I could only imagine the absolute chaos that would ensue.
It makes me laugh just thinking about it.
I would love that. Like, who plays what? Who chooses to play what?
Right.
Do they go for the character classes that I think that they would go for? Or, and then how does, when Felix talked about the fact that if he ever was an action hero, he would need a gun and a sword. What would he do for D&D? Will he play an elf? Will he play something else? Will he play a ranger? He's going to play a fighter of some sort, guaranteed. Right. I don't think
absolutely.
That, but just how can you picture Felix playing D&D and like having to role play?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Leanne, I'll probably have to sell a kidney too. So, I mean, my retirement's already gone.
I always laugh at that comment because it showed how much that I'm very similar. We're similar in personality because I'm the same way. Like I was a fighting game. Like that was my thing. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like Tekken for him was like Mortal Kombat, and Tekken for me was like my thing. So I always laugh because especially when he plays other people, because I'm that competitive too. So I'm always thinking to myself, like when I'm like, I like cringe sometimes because I'm like, that's how I was, wasn't I? Like, it's just truly
I didn't
funny.
even think about that. Oh God, because I'm like Chris. I'm more like the Genshin / Skyrim / RPG.
I have to look at Genshin though, because I do love how beautiful the characters are. Yes, somebody said pick between Lauma and Alice and something else, and he's like, that's you can't ask that.
Malfunction.
But see, I like is it Xylonen? Xilonen, the one that's yes. I think that character, like if I could get into the shape that I want to get into, I would cosplay that character.
Oh yeah, that would be. I agreed. But who knows if I can ever get back to that again? But there was a point in time when I could have. Dude, I went looking back through some of my old pictures, and how did I ever think that I was in any way, shape, or form fat? How? Like I'm looking at my old pictures now, going.
That's what that brings up another comment. You just made me remember. Somebody was talking about, and they're like, "How dare they?" So I guess one of the pictures of Felix, his face, in certain pictures, his face looks rounder because he's got the jawline. But sometimes it's actually like mine. Like you smile a lot. You have this here, regardless of how old. I was 21 and still had. You know what I mean? So they talked about his face being, well, maybe he gained a little weight. And I'm like, where the fuck are you looking? Like, no, we're not going to do that. No. Like any
part
of
of
them.
Part of it's the angle. Part
Right.
of it's the angle. Part of it's the lighting that's hitting him at that particular point in time, because that picture that you're speaking of, he was on stage.
Right.
So,
who cares? He looks fantastic. We just stop. Like everybody needs to take a step back. All of them look phenomenal. All of them look phenomenal. Just take a step back, relax.
Calmer. Come on.
Right.
just
comma. Yes.
But I saw some of that too, and it was like, where huh? Like, I'm sorry, what? Like case in point, Chris during at the especially at the end of the PPX performance was a little more stocky, like a little. I'm not gonna say bloated because that's not the right word. He was just a little more stocky. But Chris is also bulking up, and you could tell Chris is bulking up, which makes me wonder if we are going to get Railway again for the encore, because that's exactly what he did for Railway. And if that,
I don't know, but Changbin's cutting, and you could tell that too.
Yeah. So you've got Changbin not slimming down, but refining.
He's still got the muscle tone, but he definitely looks.
I don't like calling it. I don't like calling it cutting because people. We're not referring.
Okay, I'm referring to an actual bodybuilding thing that bodybuilders do. They cut.
I know that.
They take a cut. Right. That's why I'm saying to those that not in the know. That's what people do to not. It's not even slim down. It's to make the muscle tone look more
defined.
Yes.
He's basically getting more defined. He's defining the mass. He is defining the mass he already has. And then Chris is adding more mass.
Yes.
Again.
Right.
I'm not
World
of
Warcraft.
I'm not gonna.
Sorry.
Not gonna live.
You're not gonna what? Live? Yeah. No, Rekka just said, imagine him with World of Warcraft. Would he be with the Horde or a knight? Yeah, I was thinking that.
I don't know what Felix would be with any of that, but it's I
don't know, Felix, if you're watching, tell us what you would be.
Yeah.
We could ask you. Tell us what you'd
be. Somebody suggests that they have them do a Skiz Code, a 2-part Skiz Code, one-off dungeon crawl D&D game. Yep. I want to see what character classes they play. Dang it! I want to see it. I want to see it. Is Changmin gonna do a barbarian? I would think he would probably lean toward that, but I don't know. Maybe he'll go completely the other way and play a mage and just completely throw me off. Like, because I could see that. Like, I could see the analytical type thing. Is Chris gonna play a paladin, or is he gonna do something ridiculously funny and play like a halfling thief? Like it. Which, if he does that will completely just confirm your whole thing about whoever your alt bias is and what video games you play, because that's what I always played. Yeah. So
it's true. If you think about it, yes, because that's your alt bias and Felix is mine, and he plays what I played.
It's just like, oh my God.
And I actually love a game called Onimoji Arena that's based on League of Legends. So there you go.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
So see, it just goes to show you.
Yeah, somebody needs to put that out there. Okay, for all of you that are Felix biases, what video games do you typically play? For all of you that are Chris biases, what video games do you typically play? Mm-hmm. I'm putting that out on Threads after we get off of this, because I want to see. I want to see what it is.
Do it as a poll. Do it as a poll.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, because kind of do it as.
Well, you could do it as like, what games do you play, and then put the two choices, like did you like fighting games, and then give an example, and then said, or not a. But then I would have to,
because I have to do like, because it's Chris and it's Chris and Felix, and then the game style. So it would have to be two different polls, a Chris poll and a Felix poll.
So you could do it. You could do a double thread, like one at one. All right.
I'll figure it out. But I'm going to put that. I was thinking about putting it like on our Patreon, but there's no point because we don't have enough people on our Patreon yet. So as much as I love those of you that are on our Patreon, we don't have enough.
Yes.
Again, Jocelyn and Grace, you are amazing. And we thank you for being there, because I know there's not a lot of content, but thank you for being like.
There'll be more, I promise. I've been slacking. There'll be more. My cafe corner will be filled with stuff. I promise shortly. But
just, I'm kind of curious now. I'm going to have to put that poll up on Threads and see what type of information we get over the weekend.
Okie dokie.
Right. Because what do the other guys play?
Well, Changbin and Hanjin play Tekken with Felix. And Seungmin and Innie, they play League of Legends with Felix. Well, I mean, and Felix and Seungmin play Beyblades.
Well, Beyblades doesn't count. That's
I know. Well, I know. But I'm just saying, like, it's a game, though. Isn't it? Sort of.
The Beyblades? Yeah, I mean, it's a tabletop game. It's
no. It's not a video game. I get that, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe Han's playing board games. Who knows? Lito's playing cat games. He's playing with cat toys. I don't know.
Well, no, because Lino plays like Lino's played Mario Kart and whatnot with Felix before, and like Lino, they all game. It's just some of them game much more than the others.
Well, true. Switch versus PlayStation versus I'm sure.
And you've been seeing
any Call of Duty or any people.
Like one of the last talkers, the only people you saw playing anything video game related was Changbin and Seungmin, which was
that's true. Yeah.
So I mean, they all play. It's just the two that are most vocal about play two completely different games, even though Felix got Chris into Genshin in the first place. And, they kind of tend to be more, one tends to be more battle. I mean, Genshin's got battle in it, don't get me wrong, but it's significantly playing than League of Legends is.
Yeah.
So, but that's just, I'm going to have to, we have a question.
Tag me in that so I could see some.
Of course, I want to see now. Like we have a hypothesis, and I want to see if we're correct. If we're correct, does Felix would throw us off if he says he prefers comedy to drama? Felix. Hey. Final Fantasy World. Yeah, see, I'm a Final Fantasy girl. I'm a Final Fantasy girl. Final Fantasy Genshin. The role play aspect of things, like I want the storyline and the characters and the thing, and which granted, League of Legends stuff like League of Legends has, but it's much more.
I love Clue. I love Star Wars. I'm with you, Rekka.
Yeah. So, Animal Crossing, Jess.
I do love to watch Animal Crossing.
And Felix does do Animal Crossing, of course, because
he listens to the music too, which I think is so funny because there was
with the BGM. Because that is Seungmin's live BGM forever now. Animal Crossing. It's just gonna always be his BGM, and that's fine. So that means does that mean we will put Seungmin more in the Chris camp? Because Animal Crossing is purely role play. It is purely.
I guess you would, yeah.
World development, world role play type stuff.
Yeah, so I guess you would, yeah.
I want to play Beat Saber, Leanne. I so want VR just for that, but I can't.
Oh, I have it, and I have the card, but I haven't started it yet because somebody wanted it and then got it and then decided not to play it. But it's VR and I do not get along.
Like, are you one of those that have the issue?
Yeah, like it's like I started playing like there was a hunting game which I would normally not do, but of course my son was like, try it. So I did, and as soon as I took the headset off, it was kind of like, whoa, like I have that kind of spatial
awareness.
Yeah.
My spatial awareness is weird, so I don't know how I would actually work with VR, but I think I'd probably be okay because I can handle.
I still like to try to play Beat Saber because I heard it's a lot of fun.
And Valkyrie's saying she wants to see Chris play chess just to see how far ahead he can plan.
Ooh.
Him and Changbin.
That would be a good one.
Him and Changbin playing chess. That would be lovely. That would be very interesting to see, because both of them would take it seriously.
Oh, absolutely.
Until they don't, but both of them would take it seriously.
I'd actually like to see Hyunjin and Chris play chess.
Ooh. That would be interesting.
Mr. Red Lights escape play chess. Yeah.
Let's not. Okay, the very last show you set me up for like feralness as soon as I got off, and we're getting to the end here
again. Yeah, I know.
I shouldn't have said it that way either. Jesus Christ. See, this is why you don't give me feral before the end of the show because.
Sorry.
Oh, have we not learned this by now? Oh my God. But we are a little past an hour now. So as much as, and I don't think you want to stay on much longer for tonight because you probably have a child that's like, Mom, what's going on?
Probably. I haven't seen the eye yet, but usually I see the eye in the door at one point. That's why you see me like kind of looking around my shoulder.
Do we want to try to press it and see how long it takes to get the eye? That would be kind of funny, but mine doesn't care.
Yeah, I'll be happy when mine doesn't care. And then I'll miss it when he doesn't care.
Yeah. there's been a few things that have happened recently that have made me realize that teenagedom has indeed actually hit this household. And
yeah,
I'm not complaining because I am granted I am biased completely, but I have a pretty amazing kid, and still it's obvious that teenagedom is and it's clear. Leanne's like, oh wait, I do have a Samsung washer.
There you go.
Anyway, so
on that
note, as something dings, something just dinged on my computer and I don't know what it was. Probably my Facebook, because I think I have it open on another browser. But on that note, it is the end of our show for the evening. So for everybody that was here this evening, or for everybody that catches us on a replay, we thank you so very much for taking some part of your time today to spend it with us. You don't know how much we appreciate it. We really, truly do. It's really kind of cool to watch how this is just slowly and organically just growing. And it's yeah, you have no idea. There's no words. There's for as much as JC and I can talk, there are no words for how much we appreciate everything that you guys do by being here. So our next show will be Wednesday. It will be at 6:15 on TikTok for about 15 minutes, and then we'll come over to here at 6:30 Eastern. All times I give you are Eastern, and for the actual show. God, who used to say it that way? Wasn't that Johnny Carson?
Yes, and I just watched a clip of him today. So
the show, and it wasn't Johnny. It was It was
Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the next one will be Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. here on YouTube and Twitch. For those of you that follow us over here. And I will end tonight, as I do every single night, which is now let's get out there and be the best damn fandom that Stray Kids deserve and make our guys proud as hell. Thank you for being here. Press the buttons. Follow us everywhere. Links are there. We all know how social media works. And since it's Chris's birthday, we'll see you later. Night, guys. And da-da-da-da. Bye.
Cause I'm on the running side. 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 I'm on the running side.